Okay, let's dive right into Revelation chapter 10 today. And wow, we immediately encounter this just um, extraordinary figure coming down from heaven.
It's quite an entrance, isn't it? The description is just packed with symbolism and, well, power.
Totally. It says he's robed in a cloud, a rainbow over his head. That sounds pretty divine, right?
Often linked to God's presence, yeah. And then the description gets even more intense, his face like the sun, his legs like pillars of fire.
Mm.
It's quite the visual.
Definitely conveys immense authority, and his stance too, planting one foot on the sea, the other on the land.
Right, like he's claiming dominion over all of it. He's massive, straddling the whole scene.
And he's holding something, the little scroll. But interestingly, the text says it's open.
Yeah, that's significant. Not sealed. Suggests maybe its contents are ready now. Accessible.
Could be. It's not hidden knowledge at this point, perhaps.
Yeah.
Then this mighty angel shouts, and it's loud.
Like a lion's roar, it says. Really powerful.
And after that roar, we hear the voices of seven thunders speak.
But here's a twist. Just as John, the observer, is about to write down what they said.
He gets stopped, right? A voice from heaven tells him specifically, seal up what the seven thunders said, don't write it down.
Exactly. Which is fascinating. You know, it implies not all revelation is for public record, or maybe not for that specific time. Some things remain mysterious.
Deliberately sealed. Okay, so after that, the angel performs this really solemn action. He raises his right hand to heaven.
Yeah, the classic gesture for taking an oath. A really serious binding promise.
And he swears by the highest possible authority, the eternal creator of, well, everything. Heaven, earth, sea, all of it.
So this isn't just any casual statement. It's anchored in the nature of reality itself.
And the declaration itself, it's stark. There will be no more delay.
Wow. No more delay. That feels like a major turning point in the whole narrative of Revelation.
It does, and the angel connects it to something specific, doesn't he?
Yes, he says, in the days when the seventh angel is about to sound his trumpet, the mystery of God will be accomplished.
So the end of delay is tied directly to that seventh trumpet call and the completion of the mystery of God. What exactly is that mystery referring to here?
Well, based on how it's used elsewhere, particularly what was told to the prophets, it seems to be about God's ultimate plan, his purposes for history, bringing things to their intended conclusion, establishing his kingdom fully.
So the waiting, the preparatory phases, they're over. When that seventh trumpet sounds, things move forward decisively. No more holding back.
Precisely. The final sequence is about to unfold without further interruption. It really ups the ante.
Okay, so after this incredibly significant oath, the voice from heaven speaks again to John.
Right, telling him to go and take that open scroll from the angel's hand, the one we mentioned earlier.
A direct instruction to interact with this powerful being and this accessible message, and the instruction is unusual.
Very. Take it and eat it, not just read it, consume it.
Eat the scroll, and the angel even explains the effect, right? It'll taste sweet, but then...
It'll turn his stomach sour.
Sure.
A really strange dual effect.
What does that symbolize, do you think? Eating this message.
It seems to suggest that receiving God's word, prophecy, is complex. The initial reception, the truth itself, maybe the hope it contains, is sweet, appealing.
Like honey, the text says. And John confirms it, he eats it, and yes, sweet as honey in his mouth.
But then comes the predicted effect. His stomach turns sour. That sourness. Maybe it represents the difficult reality the message contains, the judgment, or just the challenge of fully digesting and living out God's truth.
It implies it's not always easy. There's a cost or a difficulty involved in truly internalizing it.
It seems so. And right after this experience, this sort of physical manifestation of the message's duality, John gets his next instruction.
Yes. You must prophesy again about many peoples, nations, languages, and kings.
So, eating the scroll, experiencing its sweetness and its bitterness, seems to directly commission or empower him for this next broad phase of his prophetic work.
It's like he had to internalize that complex message first.
Exactly. That sweet and sour experience fuels the next stage.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap. We have this mighty angel, this declaration of no more delay, linked straight to the final trumpet and the finishing of God's mystery.
And the central act of consuming a scroll, a divine message that's both sweet and sour, leading immediately into a command for more prophecy.
Thinking about this for you, our listener, what does that no more delay really signal in the grand scheme of things? It feels like a point of no return.
It really does. And why present the divine message, the act of receiving prophecy, with such a stark contrast? Sweetness, then bitterness.
So just pondering the text itself, what might that dual taste experience, sweet first, then sour, suggest to you about the fundamental nature of prophecy, or maybe how divine revelation is meant to be truly experienced, not just known intellectually, but felt deep down?
Yeah, what does that bittersweet reality tell us about engaging with these profound truths? Something to really chew on.